Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Sunday, November 13, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. By becoming a member of the High Stakes Patreon, you will have access to our best team picks, total picks, parlay picks and much more. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. New York Knicks vs Oklahoma City Thunder. Oklahoma City is coming off one of the most impressive performances of any team this season, as 8 players scored in double figures in its blowout win over Toronto. The Thunder are going to bring that confidence into this game, and they have already put together a 4-game winning streak once this year. They also have one of the most dynamic point guards in the NBA leading the way, so they have multiple ways to win games. New York has not met Vegas expectations so far, covering the spread just twice in its last 9 games. The Knicks are also 1-6 in their last 7 home games against Oklahoma City. Take the Oklahoma City -5 points. Entering this matchup with the Knicks, the Thunder rank 7th in pace of play. Josh Giddey and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are both capable point guards that can distribute and score with the best of them. Jalen Brunson also fits into that category, and these guys will have whatever they want in this game. Although the Knicks are holding teams to the second lowest field goal percentage in the NBA, they are still allowing over 114 points per game, good for 21st in the league. The total number has gone over in 6 of OKC's last 8 games overall. Both clubs are in the bottom third in offensive rating, but I believe points will be scored at a rapid rate in this matinee Sunday game. Take the over. Washington Wizards vs Memphis Grizzlies. The Memphis Grizzlies are seeking a 3rd consecutive victory. They have rebounded from a narrow home loss to the Celtics by defeating the Spurs in overtime, followed by a solid 114-103 home win against the Timberwolves on Friday night to cover the 4-point spread. This is an outstanding scoring team that has been able to win all these games without Jaren Jackson Jr. The Grizzlies have covered in 2 out of their last 3 games. Ja Morant continues to dazzle. The 23-year-old point guard has scored at least 30 points in 2 out of his last 3 bouts and is sporting an average of 28.8 ppg, along with 7 APG. Morant scored 23 points against the Wizards last month. Desmond Bane had one of his best games of the season in the win against the Wizards, sinking 28 points. The 24-year-old shooting guard recorded 24 points in Friday's victory and has logged an average of 24.7 ppg and 4.9 rpg. Dillon Brooks amassed 21 points on Friday. The 26-year-old small forward is posting 15.2 ppg and is shooting 39% from deep. The Washington Wizards are in the midst of a 7-game homestand. It's been an inconsistent season, but they have a strong roster of proven players. The squad is playing well, defeating the Hornets, followed by a 113-105 home win against the Mavs on Thursday night in a bout that had the Wizards labeled as 6-point dogs. The Wizards were 9.5-point dogs in the 103-97 road loss in Memphis last week. Washington has covered the spread in 3 straight games entering Saturday. Bradley Beal did not play on Saturday night due to COVID protocol and has now missed 4 games. The 29-year-old star could return for this one. He is averaging 21.6 ppg and 5.7 APG. Kyle Kuzma has been outstanding, especially in the games Beal has not played in. The 27-year-old small forward has scored 56 points in his last 2 games entering Saturday and has increased his season average to 18.8 ppg, accompanied by 7.7 rpg. Kristaps Porzingis did not play Thursday against the Mavericks. The unicorn has been inconsistent, especially from beyond the arc, and enters with an average of 19.2 ppg and 8.2 rpg. He netted 10 points against Memphis last week. The Memphis Grizzlies have not been covering often this season. They have only covered on the road once all season in a win against Sacramento. The Wizards have been a reliable squad to back and are playing well, winning 3 straight games, including a victory against the Mavericks, followed by a 121-112 home win against the Jazz on Saturday. Furthermore, the Wizards are keeping opponents in check, allowing an average of only 105 points in their last 4 games. The Wizards also feature a better defense efficiency rating than the Grizzlies. While they lost by 6 points on the road against this Memphis squad last week, they limited the Grizzlies to only 42.9% shooting and could have easily won that game. Take the Washington Wizards +1. These two teams combined for just 200 points in the first meeting. Washington could be without their 3 top scorers Bradley Beal, conditioning, Kuzma and Porzingis, a trio that accounts for 55% of the Wizards' offense. Grizzlies' shooting has also been hit or miss lately. After averaging 118.6 points through their first 9 games, they have averaged 111.3 over their last 4 games. Memphis did exceptionally well to quell Kuzma and Porzingis, combined 22 points the last time out, though Beal was not playing in that one. Either way, if these guys make it on the court for the Wizards, they are still hampered in some way, shape or form. I'm taking the under in this one. Take the under 225 points. Cleveland Cavaliers vs Minnesota Timberwolves. This game features the first time that 2 longtime Utah Jazz teammates and stars, Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, go head-to-head with their new teams. I might add that the Jazz have the best record in the Western Conference at 10-3 without him, but that's neither here nor there. I'm going to give the edge to the Timberwolves here because they are the more desperate team and they have the size to nullify the size advantage that the Cavs enjoy. And the Timberwolves have been great against the Cavs, as they are 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 meetings against them overall, and 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 meetings in Cleveland. Cleveland was on a tear, winning 8 straight, but has lost 3 consecutive. Now, they must play a Timberwolves team that is prideful and desperate to get back into the win column itself. In the latest loss, Cleveland was caught off guard by a Warriors team that had lost 5 of its previous 6 games, as Steph Curry erupted for 40 points on 15 for 23 shooting. While Klay Thompson and Draymond Green were a combined 4 for 18, the Cavs let Andrew Wiggins serve as the Warriors' coster, scoring 20 points on 8 for 13 shooting. The Warriors shot 48.8% from the floor and 41.7% from long range, sniping 15 of their 36 shots. Minnesota has won 1 since defeating the Lakers on October 28, erasing the early gains from its 4-2 start to the season. It's been tougher than expected for the Timberwolves, who acquired All-Star center Rudy Gobert from Utah to play alongside fellow All-Star big man Karl Anthony Towns and Phenom shooting guard Anthony Edwards. The returns generated from this lineup haven't been impressive, as Minnesota's opponents are scoring 115.6 points per game and winning the rebounding battle. The T-Wolves are also shooting 32.6% from 3, the 6th lowest shooting percentage in the league. It will take more from D'Angelo Russell for that to change anytime soon, as the sharpshooter is averaging a career-low 29.9% from 3-point range on 5.9 attempts per game, the fewest he's taken since his 2017-18 season as a net. There will be extra pressure on Minnesota as long as Utah continues to lead the division. In the meantime, Minnie has its work cut out. The Cavs may eke out a win, but the Wolves will cover, take Minnesota getting the points. Take the Minnesota +5 points, the under is 6-0 in the Timberwolves' last 6 road games and 4-0 in their last 4 road games against a team with a winning home record. Cleveland is 26th in pace of play, the possessions per 48 minutes, something that works in its favor when leading by more than a couple of baskets. The Cavs are a top 10 offense and 7th best in points allowed on defense. They'll win, cover the spread, and keep Minnesota from pushing the total over with their style of play. Take the under at 227.5 total points.